Texans runs defense against the Commanders showed a lot of improvement. It started right away, first play of the game. So let's take a look here. You can see the Commanders try and spread the Texans out. And that's going to leave right now, as it sits, they've got 6 guys in the box here. So they've got these 6, and Tab's kind of on the corner of it. So the Commanders want to do is just play 5-on-5. They're going to move some around here. They're going to move Logan Thomas in motion, and that's going to create a little tighter box. They're going to bring Christian back into the box here. But the key here is this front 4, and this is the way this has got to be played. The first thing, Jerry Hughes sets a great edge right there. Great job right there on the left tackle. He sets that edge, so that play is not going outside of him, but he doesn't get too far upfield that it opens a seam right there for the running back. So he sets a good edge right there. Roy is going to fight through that double team, doing everything he can to keep that guy from getting off to Kirksey. And then he's going to keep running that lineman down the field. And then you got Obo on the backside just screaming. And all of a sudden, you've got 5, 6, 7 blue shirts to the football, making that run, no yards, 1 yard gain. I mean, that's excellent. Let's take a look at the end zone view here, and you can see they're going to try a double here, try and get out here on Jerry, and then they're just going to wash this thing down the line of scrimmage and allow backers to get there, and then Obo to come from behind. So this is great team run defense, all pieces working together. Look at all this. He's got nowhere to go. If you close up all the gaps, Robinson has nowhere to go, and then everybody gets there. Team tackle, no gain, and man, the Texans have got to continue to do that, especially against a pretty solid running team like the Miami Dolphins next week.
Under center with Gibson in the backfield. First down from the Washington 24. It's Robinson in the backfield getting the carry, but the Texans are all over it for a 1-yard pickup. Gang tackle there as Christian Kirksey gets there with Obo, and it's 2nd and long.
Run defense made a lot of strides. We already talked about that, but I want you to look at a form tackle clinic put on by Christian Kirksey. And as a linebacker, fill in gaps like you're supposed to. This is a run here by Brian Robinson Jr. And the Commanders are going to run a little counter here. They're going to try and kick out here on the defensive end, lead up with the H inside on Christian Harris. But the great thing about a linebacker is when you see space, you got to fill it. And Christian Kirksey fills that space, and then wham! I mean, that is form tackle to a T, and he didn't go in there to throw a shoulder. You can see that left arm wrap around his ankles, which is a perfect form tackle. So let's take a look from the end zone. You can see it's perfect. It's going to be coming right down here. So we'll pull the guard right here. H is going to follow behind. So you're going to get a little counter action right about, bring some motion to kind of window dressing it. And then Robinson, counter step, coming back. So that play is supposed to go right there. All right, but Rasheem is going to take it on right there, so he closes that gap. Tackle can't get there. He's got eyes for Christian, and Kirksey's one-on-one. If you're one-on-one with a running back, you've got to make this tackle, and Christian faces him up and then wraps him up. That is how it's supposed to be done, and that's how this Texans team has to tackle against Miami, because they got a lot of good dudes with the ball in their hands, and they will break tackles. That's how it's got to be done by Christian Kirksey this week against Miami.
Robinson, the tailback. Heineke digs in, and here's a feed to Robinson up the middle, but he's blasted right in the middle by Christian Kirksey.
After a rough first half, the Texans offense got a little bit going with a well-designed crossing route here that you're about to see. Now, how did this happen? How did it work? There are a few things to look at here on this catch going across the middle. First of all, looks like the Commanders are playing cover 4. So they're playing, it looks like quarters. So they're going quarter here, quarter there, and a quarter there. That's what it looks like. What happens is Bobby McCain, the nickel, he ends up running with Chris Moore down the field, which turns out to be very advantageous. So I don't know why exactly they did that if they're playing cover 4. If it were cover 2, these guys would have probably squatted a little bit, and they would have shut down that crossing route. Either way, what happens when Chris Moore takes off, he goes. That leaves a big void over here, so it just takes a little bit to get to it. And if you can get to it, now look, there's everybody running this way, and he's got his back going with Chris Moore. Because of that, once the ball is caught, now there's nobody over there. He starts in here. Now you got a long room to run here. It's a very well-designed play, taking advantage of both the Commanders' coverage, but also potentially a mistake in the coverage. Why this safety goes down the middle of the field, don't really know. but it pays off because it left a lot of room over here for Davis Mills to find an open wide receiver. Against Miami, they've got to find that. Maybe not that particular route, but take advantage of open areas, get rid of the ball, and get it to as many receivers as possible that can make plays against the Dolphins.
Here's the snap to Davis and floats the ball to Cooks, left side across the 45, 50, left sideline, the 40, the 30, there's traffic, the 25 before he's spun down by Forrest, and the Texans get a big play to Brandon down to the 21-yard line.
4th down, gotta make a play. Davis Mills made one right here, down in the red zone. Let's take a look at this. 4th and 3, you can see ball sitting right here. Gotta get to that stick. Commander's going to play man coverage. They're going to man up across the board. Everybody's in man. What that means is very important for Davis Mills, because if these guys are all running their routes, as they do here, and you'll see the route combination go through here. Routes are taking off, all right? Everybody's pretty much locked up, and Davis knows it. Because they're all in man coverage and because the linebacker has dropped, that's a great opportunity to be the receiver for yourself, meaning they got their back to you. So if you could take off and pick up 3 yards, go for it. And that's exactly what Davis does. He drops, he sees everybody pretty much locked up, and Bostic behind the stick. So go for it. See if you can beat Bostic to that 1st down stick. Now, what he couldn't see was Deron Payne. He thought he had gotten rid of Payne, and Payne almost gets the ball down, but Davis is able to hang on for just enough, 5-yard gain to pick up that 4th down. But very good recognition by Davis to know that's man coverage. If there's space, I got to go because all the defenders have their back to me. And he was able to pick up just enough for a key 1st down pickup, and that is needed for sure against Miami and everybody the rest of the year.
Davis gets the snap. Davis is going to try to run for it, and he takes it down to the 11-yard line. He's got it! Davis Mills, 4-yard dive. Payne gets him down. 1st down at the 11.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to know when we post new content.